Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week. The numbers are in, showing a 13% increase in the number of major property and violent crimes in Durham over the past few months. Police Chief Jose Lopez presented the crime report to the City Council on May 5th. Part 1 violent crime includes homicides, rapes, aggravated assaults, and robberies.
Part 1 violent crime was up by 36% in the first quarter compared to 2013. The rise in violent crime was driven by an increase in the number of aggravated assaults. We quickly recognized early in the first quarter that multi-victim incidents, such as shootings into crowds or occupied residences, were pushing up these numbers. This particular type of crime is a very cowardly act because the shooters have no idea who might be in the line of fire. We organized a multi-agency violent incident response to target locations where these incidents were occurring and the people believed to be involved. We gathered intelligence information to determine why these incidents were occurring, and we have plans to use all the necessary resources to focus on this issue.
Part 1 property crimes were also up compared to the same time last year.
Property crime was up by 10% during the first quarter of 2014. The rise was caused by an increase in burglaries and larcenies. Larcenies made up half of all Part 1 index crimes during the first quarter. Investigators made several arrests that cleared multiple burglaries during the first quarter. In many cases, there were several people working together to commit these burglaries.
Other highlights included new programs focusing on young offenders and very young victims.
Funded by a grant from the Fox Family Foundation, investigators from the Special Victims Unit outfitted existing office space to serve as a soft interview room for child victims and witnesses of sexual assault crimes. The soft interview room provides a more comfortable and relaxed environment to conduct necessary interviews with young interviewees. During the first quarter, the police department started training to participate in the new Durham County Misdemeanor Diversion Program, focusing on 16 and 17-year-olds. This program allows officers to refer first-time misdemeanor offenders to a diversion program instead of filing criminal charges, which could have a long-time negative effect. This program does not include sexual offense charges, firearms charges, or traffic offenses. The first-time offenders are referred to specific diversion programs and attend a session in diversion court. If they did not complete their program within 90 days, they can be charged with the original criminal offense. We're encouraging our officers to be engaged in this program. More than 500 youths in Durham would have been eligible for this program in 2012, and this is based on court statistics.
For more information, visit durhampolice.com. The city's housing efforts are paying off. A comprehensive housing strategy update was given to the council during its April 24th work session.
There are many housing needs in Durham. The primary ones that we look at are neighborhood revitalization, housing for persons who are homeless, and affordable rental housing for persons who are priced out of the market. So what we try to do is we'll do a 5-year outlook looking at those 3 priorities and what the available resources are, and we attempt to strike a balance over that 5 years in terms of how many of each type of unit we produce.
The activities to achieve that balance are supported by federal housing funds and a dedicated local funding source for affordable housing.
We receive from the Department of Housing and Urban Development home funds, community development block grant funds, emergency solutions grant funds. Additionally, it was in 2013 that Council approved 1 cent on the tax rate. That equals about $2.3 million a year. That's referred to as the dedicated housing fund. So all of those sources are used to implement the activities under the housing strategy.
The primary neighborhood receiving the most focus right now is Southside.
Well, we're very happy to report that the 132-unit mixed income project by McCormick Barron is nearing completion. There are 12 buildings in that project. All of them but one will be completed during this year. The one remaining building will be several more months. Additionally, we have started the development of home ownership units, and right now, of the 48 lots, 19 of those are already reserved. We have about 10 houses under construction right now. We anticipate our initial closings to happen the latter part of May or early June.
To build on those accomplishments, a number of goals are in place for next year as well.
Next year, what we're going to focus on is the site prep and the infrastructure improvements associated with the second phases of mixed income rental and the second home ownership phase. We also are very hopeful and optimistic that the Whitted School will be awarded low-income housing tax credits next year, and of course that's a 79-unit elderly affordable housing project in that historic school facility.
Special needs housing and homelessness are also being addressed through a variety of initiatives.
Right now under construction are CASA's 12-unit Denson apartments for the veterans and Goalie Point by the Durham Housing Authority, and that has 12 units of permanent housing for formerly homeless individuals. Also, we're recommending the award of funds to CASA for Denson 2. That would add an additional 12 units of affordable housing. It's also important to focus on rehousing, and approximately 65 formerly homeless households or individuals have been rehoused through the resources and programs that we fund through the department.
Of course, one of the main ways to prevent homelessness in the first place is to make sure affordable housing is available, a goal that the Comprehensive Housing Strategy is working hard to achieve.
One of the projects that Council approved about a year ago was the refinancing of the city's loan at a housing authority project called Price Steel, and that is an elderly project. It was initially about 101 units. It's being renovated. Now it will be 82 apartments, and that should be completed probably within the next few months. So that was a project that was awarded tax credits last year. Additionally, there is a new project, 60 units, called the Vermilion off of Cook Road, that was awarded low-income housing tax credits this year.
Again, a portion of the funding to support those activities is provided by the federal government. The annual action plan, which is the city's application to receive federal housing funds, was approved by the council during its May 5th meeting. The plan includes the use of community development block grant and home funds to support ongoing home ownership and rental housing, housing rehabilitation and repair, code enforcement, and other initiatives. It also includes emergency solutions grant funds, which are used to help people quickly regain stability in permanent housing after experiencing a housing crisis or homelessness. The city has to submit the annual action plan to HUD by May 15th. Durham recently joined other communities from across the country in marking National Community Development Week. During that week, the city celebrated the 40th anniversary of the Federal Community Development Block Grant and Home Investment Partnerships programs. A series of events held throughout the week of April 21st through the 26th showcased the positive impacts these and other funds have made in meeting the needs of the community. These events included an urgent repair project that provided a roof replacement and reconnected fallen heat ducts, a tour of model homes that are part of the Southside Revitalization Project, and the kickoff for a Habitat for Humanity build project. City staff and volunteers also helped serve breakfast and prepare bagged lunches at Urban Ministries' downtown facility. The city has been awarded more than $14.6 million in CDBG and home funds since 2008. Ultra-fast broadband service is on the way to Durham, thanks to an agreement between the city and AT&T. Durham, Carborough, Cary, Chapel Hill, Raleigh, and Winston-Salem are participating in a cooperative effort to bring ultra-high-speed fiber-based communication networks to local markets. Through the agreement, AT&T will provide a fiber-based network to offer ultra-fast broadband with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. Community access will also be increased through free or reduced cost services. In exchange, Durham will work to streamline processes around permitting and inspections, ensure equal treatment for broadband providers that offer similar services, and support community education efforts about the benefits of gigabit networks. Employers who need new employees now but can't afford to train them are getting a boost. Find out how when City Hall This Week continues.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
Welcome back. Employers who need to hire now but don't have the money to train new employees are getting some help. Funds are available through Durham's on-the-job training program to offset the cost of training new talent. From now until June 30th, the Durham Workforce Development Board has $125,000 to go toward placing adults into jobs at no cost to employers. Employers interested in participating in this program should contact Kelly McLean at 919-560-6880. The Durham Police Department's Gang Resistance Education and Training Unit is now accepting applications for its summer camps. The 3-week-long sessions are available for young people ages 11 to 14. Campers will learn about various aspects of the criminal justice system and reinforce character building and gang and drug resistance. The camp sessions will be June 16th through the 20th, July 7th through the 11th, and August 4th through the 8th. Applications for the camp are available at durhampolice.com. That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And you can find us on demand on Durham Television Network's webpage and on YouTube. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining us.